So folks, this is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. The Senate just voted to advance the new bipartisan infrastructure bill, and the federal eviction ban ends on July 31st, but many Americans can now apply for emergency rental assistance. Everybody, this is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report, and we have a ton of breaking news from Congress to cover in today's video. But first, be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. On this channel, I always do my best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. So folks, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, tell me in the comments down below, do you believe that President Biden will keep his promise to the American people and send out the fourth stimulus check? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below.
That our Capitol Police and the Metropolitan Police of Washington, D.C. were our heroes. They risked their lives, our democracy, and to honor the Constitution.
Personally, folks, I want to see President Biden send out the fourth stimulus check and increase the Social Security benefits. He must do a better job in helping out the American people. And of course, helping out our seniors. And if you guys agree, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family. Now the Senate voted to advance a bipartisan infrastructure plan, a critical step forward toward Democrats passing their sweeping economic agenda. Senators voted 67-32 to push the bill forward. 17 Republicans and all 50 Democrats voted yes. The vote opens the process to debate and amend the proposal, which would put $550 billion into transportation, broadband, and utilities, while senators who backed the procedural motion could oppose a final package. Wednesday's votes bodes well for its chances of passage, and the deal came earlier in the day after Democratic and Republican negotiators resolved disputes over transit and broadband funding, among other issues. The plan was trimmed from the $579 billion in new spending senators and the White House agreed to last month, a sum many Democrats considered paltry. Folks, supporters of the bill have halted it as a needed investment that will boost the economy as the U.S. tries to emerge from the crisis. Democrats still face a range of pitfalls as they try to get the bipartisan bill and their separate $3.5 trillion spending package to President Biden's desk in the coming months. Chuck Schumer will have to keep all 50 members of his caucus and at least 10 Republicans on board to ensure the infrastructure plan passes. And Nancy Pelosi will need to win progressive support for the smaller than desired bill in a narrowly divided chamber. Everybody tell me in the comments down below, should Speaker Pelosi and Chuck Schumer increase the Social Security benefits, and should they also send out the fourth stimulus check? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, everybody. Now, a second separate $3.5 trillion plan to invest in childcare, paid leave, and education and other measures to curb climate change could pose more problems. Every Democrat in the Senate will need to support the package to pass it without Republican votes. In attempts to appease the centrist Democrats could alternate liberals who worry the bipartisan infrastructure bill fails to do enough to address climate change or strengthen the social safety net. Schumer aims to pass both the bipartisan bill and the budget resolution that sets up the reconciliation process before the Senate leaves for its recess next month. The Senate will have to rush to pass both measures on Schumer's timeline in an institution not known for speed. And Pelosi has insisted that she will not bring the infrastructure bill or budget measure to the House floor until the Senate passes both of them. And due to the current economy, the CDC instituted a national ban on evictions, but that ban is expected to expire on July 31st. But the latest two recovery bills reportedly include a collective $46.6 billion in emergency rental assistance to help Americans who can't pay their rent. Part of the bill signed in December, Congress approved $25 billion in emergency rental assistance. The $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan, signed by the President in March, includes $21 billion in the same assistance. Folks, what are your thoughts on President Biden and the Democrats in Congress? Are they doing all that it takes to send out the fourth stimulus check? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a great day and stay safe.
And for some people, that's off by as much as 2 years. So depending on the year you were born, benefits kick in at either 66 or 67 years old. And you can still file early, but that means you run the risk of leaving money on the table. So if someone files just 2 years early, that translates to more than $50,000.
investments in health, education, and financial security as we advance justice. Rebuilding the infrastructure as we take America into a clean energy future to fight the climate crisis. We're helping workers by creating jobs, thousands of good-paying jobs that this legislation will engender. We're fighting future pandemics and advancing America's preeminence in science. Science, 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 and science. Honoring our duty to veterans and keeping America safe. At last, the Senate has, again, now go to another subject. On the subject of the supplemental that we sent over 2 months ago to the Senate, I'm very pleased that we're hearing that they may be taking up that legislation finally today. It's not what we sent. It's certainly not what we need, but it is a good step forward. We are eager to see what does transpire. We understand it will happen today. There are certain things that we had wanted to have a bonus for our workers. Here they're not in. Well, when we see what they actually pass, we can talk about what we need to do along the way. But we do, it's long overdue, months overdue, hundreds of billions of dollars underfunded, but nonetheless, I think the actions yesterday by our law enforcement officers and their appeal to get something done as soon as possible has perhaps even jarred the Senate to move in a bipartisan way to pass this legislation. So we look forward to seeing what they do and hopefully taking up that legislation this week. It doesn't mean that we're finished, but it does mean that we can't wait another day until we strengthen our Capitol Police force, strengthen the Capitol, the actual physical Capitol, so as soon as we can come to a time when families and children can come and learn about the Congress. Legislators can do their job. You all can do yours, covering it all, and we can return to some normalcy. And that, I guess, is about it for now. Any questions? No. I said earlier in my comment, science, 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 and science. On almost every subject that you can name, science is the answer. Whether it's the climate crisis, whether it's a health crisis, whether it's our preeminence in the world in technology, science, 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 science. To say that wearing a mask is not based on science, I think is not wise, and that was my